One is a billionaire wrapped in $1 billion of cutting-edge military tech. The other? A blind lawyer operating out of a rundown apartment barely making rent. But when the sun goes down, both of them become the absolute most terrifying ninja-trained vigilantes in their respective cities. Their stories seem incredibly similar on the surface, but when you look closer, there are some massive differences. Today, I'm breaking down their exact fighting styles, tech, and training so that by the end of this video, you can answer the ultimate question. If these two ever threw down in a dark alley, who actually walks away? Let's get into it. First, let's discuss their similarities, because honestly, they are practically reflections of each other. As everyone knows, their childhoods were completely shattered by tragedy. Bruce watched his parents get gunned down right in front of him, and Matt lost his dad, Battling Jack Murdoch, because he refused to throw a boxing match for the mob. That childhood trauma? That's the fuel. It's what drove both of them to declare a one-man war on crime. Second, both of them are absolutely top-tier martial artists. And I don't just mean they know how to throw a punch. They were forged by ancient, mythical underground societies. Batman traveled the globe and was eventually taught by the League of Assassins. He learned to become a shadow. Daredevil? He was trained by Stick, that grumpy, ruthless, blind old man who led the chase. Stick taught Matt how to turn his blindness into his greatest weapon. And that brings us to the third big similarity. Both of them don't kill their enemies, even when it would make their lives so much easier. You look at Daredevil dealing with a complete psychopath like Bullseye, but Daredevil refuses to play judge, jury, and executioner. Batman is exactly the same with the Joker. They both carry this massive psychological burden, believing that if they take a life, they become the exact monsters they are trying to stop. But here is where the mirror breaks. Let's talk about their differences, starting with wealth and tech. Batman has practically infinite money. Wayne Enterprises funds a crusade that relies heavily on technology to compensate for the fact that he's just a normal guy under the suit. We are talking titanium armor, heavily armed Batmobiles, explosive gel, sonar lenses, and contingency plans for literally everything. On the other hand, Matt Murdock is a public defender who earns very little from his profession as a lawyer. He doesn't have a billion-dollar R&D department. Moreover, Daredevil has zero interest in technology. He doesn't need it. He relies entirely on his superhuman radar sense, his incredibly sharp ears, and his raw, acrobatic agility. Batman uses tech to see in the dark. Daredevil can hear a sniper's heartbeat from 3 blocks away through solid brick. One uses gadgets to control the battlefield, the other uses his own biology. Now, whatever happens, both of these guys will go to any lengths, sacrifice their own bodies, and give up their personal lives to save their respective cities. If you enjoyed this breakdown, please hit that subscribe button, drop a like, and keep supporting the channel. See you in the next video. Till then, bye.